In August of 1955, a 14-year-old boy from Chicago went to visit relatives in Mississippi. His name was Emmett. He was murdered there, beaten and shot by two white men who claimed he had whistled at a white woman. His body was thrown into the Tallahatchie River with a 70-pound cotton gin fan tied around his neck with barbed wire. His mother, Mamie Till, was in Chicago when they called her, receiving the news that would shatter her world forever. She made a decision that changed the course of American history, insisting that her son's body be brought home. She demanded the casket be left open, so the world would see the horrific reality of what had been done. For 5 days, the Roberts Temple Church of God in Christ on the South Side was open to the public. 50,000 people came to pay their respects, creating a solemn and dignified display of grief and collective resolve. Jet magazine published the photographs of Emmett Till, bringing the brutal truth of the South into living rooms everywhere. The images of Emmett Till's open casket shocked the conscience of the country in a way nothing had managed before. Civil rights leaders across the nation pointed to those photographs as a catalyst for the movement that was rising. A generation of activists later said that seeing those images was the moment they understood what they were fighting. It happened in Mississippi, but the reckoning that followed found its true home within the city of Chicago. Chicago had long positioned itself as something different from the South, boasting no Jim Crow laws or legal segregation. It was a city where Black Americans had built Bronzeville and the Chicago Defender, a vibrant and proud cultural community. But the racism in Chicago was not legal, it was structural, woven into the very fabric of the city's growth. In many ways, this form of prejudice was harder to fight because it wore a respectable, almost invisible face. The Chicago Housing Authority began constructing massive public housing projects throughout the late 1950s and early 60s. The Robert Taylor homes, Cabrini Green, and the Harold Ickes homes became the new landmarks of the city's landscape. These enormous concrete towers were built almost exclusively in black neighborhoods, far from the eyes of the white elite. This was not because the need was greatest there, but because white aldermen refused to allow housing in their wards. The projects concentrated poverty and isolated communities, built cheaply and maintained with a profound sense of neglect. The political machine that claimed to champion Chicago's black residents had designed and approved every single one of them.